Hi, this is Karen and welcome to another card on the fly from dolallycrafts. I haven't got a card sample to show you today. This really is a card on the fly. I've had it in my head the last couple of days and I decided to put it together for you guys. I've been really crooked the last few days, so I'm really running behind the times. Okay, we're using Playing with Patterns DSP. I've got some Calypso Coral cardstock. We're using Time for Tags. Now, I don't know whether this is still in the catalogue or not, but this is the one I'm using. As I said, all of my cards are purely for inspiration. So use what I'm showing you to come up with your own thing using the supplies you have on hand. All the dimensions for the papers and the cardstock can be found on my blog. I've got a couple of pieces of scrap so that we can do the tags, and I'm using Night of Navy as the sentiment ink. I'm using Snail because I've still got a little bit of snail left. I'm using the Tombow Mono, and I am using some dimensionals. Okay, without any further ado, let's get the base of the card done. Because I've only got a really narrow border on this card, both the layering colour and the cardstock itself, I'm using some Tombow, because it gives you that little bit of time to play around to make sure that you get your borders as close to good as you can. Okay, so there's that border. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm not putting dimensionals on the layer, the base layer. I'm just going to stick this straight to the base card. As you can see, it is a really narrow margin the whole way round. Liz Yule, one of the English Stampin' Up demonstrators, always does really narrow borders. Me, I usually like something chunkier, but I wanted to get as much exposure of the DSP as possible. Now I'm going to bring the layering front panel in, and as you can see, I've been just cutting out inches. What we call what I've heard them referred to as inches. They're just 1 inch square pieces of DSP. And what I'm going to do, I'm popping them on this panel of white, Whisper White, and I'm giving them, I'm just moving this over to the side to check, approximately a 1/8 inch border. If I pop it there, I can then line up the next piece of paper. So I've just cut these out of scraps of the Playing with Patterns paper that I've already used, and this is just a great way of using up your scraps. Okay, line that up there. This is where the grid paper comes in really handy, because it's got those 1/8 inch markings on the grid paper at the side there. So I can make sure that I'm lining this up as close to that 1/8 inch gap between them as I possibly can. Ooh. There we go. You could, of course, use Tombow for this part as well, but I just thought I'd fly by the seat of my pants with this. Now, if you wanted a bit of definition between the paper, the DSP, and the cardstock, you could use a different cardstock layer there. But that was one of the reasons I actually brought the Calypso Coral in, to give it a bit of definition from the background paper, because that would have been white on white on white and just too bland, I guess. Okay, pop this layer together. Now this layer I will put on dimensionals to give it just a little bit of oomph. as I said, the Tombow gives you just that little amount of time to shift your cardstock around or your layer around so you get a pretty good border. Okay, in with the dimensionals. I'm only putting 5 on this one because the layering panel isn't that big that it needs a heap of dimensionals on. Now I'm going to pop this to the side here and try and get as close to an even border on those sides as I can. Now I'm going to come in with this piece and punch out 2 of the tags out of this. Don't need that piece anymore. And in with our ink. Make sure I don't get it all over the place, as I'm oft wont to do. There we go. That looks really good. Oh, before I pop that away, I've just realised I didn't get the other 2 sentiments out that I wanted to use, which from this set is Celebrate and Woohoo. I just wanted some simple stamping on the inside. So there's our Celebrate there, and Woohoo just up the top there, and I'm just going to pop those there. Actually, what am I doing? They've got to go on the inside of the card. Okay, so just really quick, Woohoo and Celebrate in the top there. Really, really simple card. Give that a waft so that we get the ink a bit drier. Move that out the way, because as I said, I'm more than likely going to stick my hand in it if I don't. Okay, in with the punch. And punch that out. Now with these 2 pieces, I'm going to bring in my trimmer and I'm just going to trim both of them in half, one horizontally and the other one vertically. Come on out. Okay. Flip this card over and just put 3 strips of I'm losing my words here, 3 strips of snail on there, and just pop one at the top, one at the bottom there, and then another 2 strips on either side, and whoops, there's one, flip it round, what I might do is pull that off and then from the front snip that and that and that and that. That's just the corners, and let's see if this sits better. Ah, yes. Okay, we've definitely got it sitting better there. Flip it round and do the same on this side. That definitely improves there. Yes, I prefer that. Okay, in with the dimensionals again, and we'll just put one on either side at the top, one at either side on the bottom, and I'm going to lather them here. Now flip it over, so that's going to be on the outside, so I'm going to pull the tops off these ones. There we go. And that can just sit at the side like so. Now I'm going to bring in my my dark petal pink. I thought that was the light one. And I'm just going to colour in the layers of the cake. My dark Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to colour the flame. And then what other colour can I use? We've got purple, but I've only got a dark purple, but that's okay. I'm going to colour the candle purple and the icing around the edge as purple. And then the plate, I'm going to come in with the light Daffodil Delight and just colour the plate. Now I didn't actually plan on doing that, but I'm glad I did, because that just ties it all in nicely. Okay, now let's see if we've got any colours. Nothing there, no. Okay, if you wanted to pop some bling on there, let me have a look at what I've got over here. Basic pearls and jewels. Got some purple contraband here, which actually doesn't look too bad, so I'm just going to pop one of those on. Now I'm not sure what colour this is, it might be pumpkin pie, but I'm going to stick one of those on, and then one of the pale colours there. Okay, and that is the card finished. So, very quick for me anyway. It's only 16 minutes on there. So I hope you like the card. It is a very simple decoration, but then again it's a very simple card. Okay, don't forget to join me on Friday for another Festive Friday. I've got a really different type of card for me. It's okay, it's just different. Alright, that's enough from me for today. I will see you on Friday. Have a great day, stay safe, and if you need any supplies, I really would appreciate it if you click on my shop below and buy from me. Thank you very much. Give me a thumbs up and I'll see you later. Bye bye.